Okay, let's just jump right in. Every single day, you're absolutely bombarded with experts telling you what to buy, what to believe, and how to live, right? It's just this constant stream of information. And honestly, it can be completely overwhelming.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're watching TV, and there's a sports hero holding up a box of cereal, promising you it's their secret weapon.
Or you're scrolling through your feed, and some influencer with millions of followers is just raving about the latest must-have gadget.
Or hey, maybe you hear about a new health trend, and it's being pushed by a celebrity doctor. All of these claims, they come at us so fast, and they all lean on the exact same thing: authority.
So that brings up the big question, right? In a world that is jam-packed with experts, who do you actually trust? How do you sort the genuinely good advice from all the noise? Well, that is exactly what we're going to break down today. We're going to give you a tool to do just that.
So first things first, we need to really understand the trap we're trying to avoid. It's a classic logical fallacy, and it's called the appeal to authority. And trust me, getting the difference between real expertise and someone just, throwing their status around, that's the whole key.
So what is it exactly? Well, the appeal to authority fallacy is when a claim is supposed to be true just because a person with status says so. The whole argument isn't built on facts or logic or evidence, it's built entirely on the reputation of the person speaking.
And this is what really boils it down. A valid expert gives you a claim plus the evidence to back it up. The fallacy? It just gives you a claim and then expects the person's status to be all the proof you need. It's basically the difference between showing your work on a math test and just writing "trust me" next to the answer.
So, how do we spot this out in the wild? I'm going to give you a super simple but really powerful tool. Think of it as a 4-point litmus test to check any authority's claim.
All right, let's break this down. Number 1, is their expertise actually relevant? I mean, a brilliant physicist isn't automatically an expert on nutrition, right? Number 2, is there any supporting evidence? A real expert will point you to the data, to the studies, to a logical reason why. Number 3, is there an expert consensus? If one person is saying something that like 99% of their peers disagree with, that's a huge red flag. And finally, number 4, is there a potential bias? You gotta ask, are they being paid to say this? Do they have some kind of vested interest in you believing them?
Okay, so theory is great and all, but let's take our new litmus test and apply it to the real world. Because once you start looking for this fallacy, I'm telling you, you will see it everywhere. Let's start with one we all know.
And here we are, back at the celebrity cereal. So the claim is, this cereal is the secret to success. The authority is a famous athlete. So what's the flaw here? Well, the athlete's expertise is in sports, not in dietetics or nutrition. They're famous just being used to completely bypass the need for any actual scientific evidence. That is a textbook appeal to an irrelevant authority.
But look, this isn't just about cereal. Misusing authority can have absolutely devastating consequences. Take a look at the history of the tobacco industry. For decades, while scientific evidence was piling up about how dangerous smoking was, the big companies paid their own experts to create doubt and confusion. These figures used their authority to argue against the scientific consensus. And the result? Public awareness was delayed for decades, and the health of millions of people was affected. This just shows you how incredibly high the stakes can be.
So, we've defined the trap, we've seen it in action, now let's talk about the most important part, what you can do. Because this isn't just some academic idea, it's a practical skill for getting by in the modern world.
And this is really the crucial point. The goal here is not to become some cynic who rejects all experts. Not at all. Real expertise is incredibly valuable. The goal is to become a critical thinker. It's about empowering yourself to ask the right questions and to judge a claim based on its merits, not just on the reputation of the person who's saying it.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. The very next time you hear someone say, "Hey, trust the expert," what are you going to ask first? Will you check if their expertise is relevant? Will you ask to see the evidence? Will you consider the consensus? And will you look for any bias? You have the tools now. Go use them.